You are standing on 36,000 square kilometers of land. That's it. Smaller than Switzerland. Smaller than most U.S. states. So small it almost disappears on a globe. And yet, if this island vanished from the global system tomorrow, the world would not slow down. It would fracture. Supply chains would snap. Markets would convulse. Power grids would hesitate. Militaries would recalculate. Because Taiwan is not just land. It is leverage. And right now, it may be the most dangerous leverage point on Earth. Most people are taught to see Taiwan through a moral lens. Democracy versus authoritarianism. Freedom versus control. History versus destiny. These stories are comforting. They give chaos a shape. They make the world feel understandable. But they are not why nations prepare for war. Power does not move on values. It moves on incentives. And Taiwan sits at the intersection of incentives so critical that hesitation itself becomes a risk. So let's strip this down to fundamentals. Civilizations rise and fall on three things: energy, trade routes, technology. Taiwan touches all three, which means it doesn't matter who you are. If you are building missiles, if you are building cars, if you are building artificial intelligence, Taiwan already owns a piece of your future. Let's start with the most invisible weapon on Earth, the microchip. Every modern system depends on it. Every advanced economy collapses without it. Your phone, your car, hospitals, satellites, missile guidance systems. All of it runs on silicon, and the most advanced chips on the planet are not made in Silicon Valley. They are not made in China. They are not made in Europe. They are made in Taiwan. One company alone produces more than 90% of the world's most advanced semiconductors. This is not manufacturing dominance. This is civilizational dependency. Without these chips, modern fighter jets become museum pieces. AI development stalls. Medical equipment fails. Financial systems slow to a crawl. Remove Taiwan from the equation, and the world doesn't return to the 1990s. It returns to the 1970s. That's why Taiwan is often described as having a silicon shield. The logic is simple. Attack Taiwan, and you destroy the very supply you want to control. But here's the paradox. That same shield also turns Taiwan into a hostage. Because whoever controls the island doesn't just protect production. They control the off switch. Now imagine this from Beijing's perspective. China is the world's factory, but it still relies on foreign technology for its most advanced systems. It wants technological independence, military parity, strategic dignity. And the single biggest obstacle to that future sits just across the water. From China's point of view, Taiwan is not a democracy to be admired. It is an unresolved equation, one that cannot remain unresolved forever. Now imagine this from Washington's perspective. For decades, American power rested on one advantage, being one generation ahead. Not bigger, not louder, just earlier. Earlier computing, earlier networking, earlier artificial intelligence. Lose Taiwan's chip ecosystem, and that advantage begins to collapse. Not instantly, but inevitably. This is why the United States does something very strange. It refuses to clearly say whether it would defend Taiwan. This is not confusion. It is strategy. Ambiguity forces China to assume the worst, and Taiwan to prepare for the best. It freezes the board. This balance has a name: strategic ambiguity. And it is one of the most dangerous games ever invented. Because ambiguity works. Until it doesn't. Now zoom out. Because chips are only layer one. The second layer is geography. Look at East Asia. China's coastline is long, but its access to the open Pacific is narrow. Taiwan sits directly in that gap. A natural barrier. A gate. A cork in the bottle. If China controls Taiwan, everything changes. Its submarines gain stealth access to Pacific. Its Navy gains operational depth. Its missiles gain reach beyond containment. If China does not control Taiwan, it remains boxed in, tracked, monitored, limited. This is why military planners don't call Taiwan an island. They call it an unsinkable aircraft carrier. And whoever controls, it controls the Western Pacific. History is brutally consistent on this point. No rising power tolerates strategic suffocation. Not Britain, not the United States, not the Soviet Union. China is no exception. But here's where the story becomes unstable. Because Taiwan is not just valuable, it is entangled. Its economy is global. Its security is outsourced. Its fate is negotiated daily by people who do not live there. CEOs, admirals, committees. This makes Taiwan powerful and terrifyingly fragile. Now, let's talk about escalation. Modern war is not trenches and flags. It's satellites, insurance markets, shipping lanes. A single missile over Taiwan would not stay regional. It would freeze global trade overnight. Container ships would stop. Ports would close. Markets would panic. Energy prices would spike. Food prices would follow. Political stability would erode. And all of this happens before a ground invasion ever begins. This is a paradox of Taiwan. The more valuable it becomes, the more pressure builds around it. Prosperity, in this case, is not protection. It is gravity. Now, here's the part few people say out loud. Taiwan is not dangerous because war is inevitable. It's dangerous because everyone is trying to avoid it while preparing for it. China drills. The United States arms. Allies hedge. Every move is defensive. Every reaction is provocative. This is how accidents are born. And then there is time. Time is the quiet enemy in this equation. China believes time is on its side. The United States believes time is running out. Factories are moving. Chip plants are being built elsewhere. Alliances are tightening. Everyone is racing toward a future where Taiwan matters slightly less. But until that future arrives, the risk remains absolute. So Taiwan becomes something else entirely. Not a place, a timer. No one knows when it reaches zero, only that it is ticking. And here is the final truth. Taiwan does not fully control its destiny. Its future is shaped by incentives larger than sovereignty. That does not make it weak. It makes it central. At Primal Capital, we don't ask who is right. We ask who benefits. And right now, every incentive points north of calm, toward a single conclusion. The most dangerous place on Earth is not where bullets are flying. It's where everything still looks normal.